Hey guys, this is what's happening on Chickamauga. Hey guys, Scott Patton here. I've got my what's happening on Chickamauga. I know it's been a little bit since I've actually posted this. It's been a fairly tough bite most of the spring, and it's not really been nothing real solid. You know, the water's come up to summer pool right now, and we've been doing pretty good this past week. Plus we got rid of those cold nights, which is everything. It's really going to help the bite a lot. I'm seeing more bluegill coming up and stuff like that, and the bass of course are coming up too. You can see it in carp and everything cruising. I know we've had several spawns already, but I just feel like these fish have been so spread out on a spawn this year. It's really been hard sometimes to get into a good mess of fish, especially if you like to fish shallow, which I've been doing mostly of. You know, I haven't been fishing anything offshore yet. To me, I just think it's a little bit early. I know a guy, somebody could go out there and catch them offshore. I'm sure there's fish already moved off. Without a doubt, I'm sure down the south end of the lake that they can catch them on secondary ledges or even on the main lake ledges. But this is what I've been doing, and I've been fishing mostly north of the 60 bridge. I've been going a little bit past the 60 bridge, just a little bit past that, up around Eldridge Bay and stuff too. But mostly what I've done is up in the river. So this is kind of what I've done, especially this week. It's made a big difference. I'm looking forward to the next few days. Like I say, with the water being up into the reeds and stuff like that, I'm hearing fish bust back in some of these areas and stuff like that. So I'll kind of give you a rundown. What I've done is real simple. I've been fishing a sinkhole most of the time. It depends on who I got out with me, but we've been able to catch them on the sinkholes. A stick bait, every day, whether we catch a dozen or we've caught 20. But today it was overcast and we did real good today. I think we had around 17 keepers today, and every single fish except for a couple come on the frog. The frog is something that is going to come into play any day. It's going to be real big, the Topwater and stuff like that. Talked to a couple of my buddies that have been catching some on like a pop-ar type bait, fishing it too on the outside edges of some of the flats in the grass. But I really like when they get on that frog bite. We got enough water, enough weeds. We got that wild mustard, them yellow flowers that we got enough water in. I've caught some fish, or had them hit it more than I've caught on a frog. But today I had a couple eat it real good. So this is a bait this coming week you really want to keep tight on, and try, in different colors, not just this color, but different colors and stuff like that. You're going to keep this tight on and keep fishing it, because it's probably going to get you some big bites, and it's just a fun bait to fish. So like I say, that frog bite is getting ready to kick in gear, you guys. And again, I've caught a couple good ones on it today, and they had it way down their throat. You want to fish that thing on braid, you guys. Don't go out there with mono or anything like that. I usually throw it on 50 to 65 pound test braid, and you want to have that drag set pretty tight and a good heavy rod. And you won't be able to set that hook and get that fish's head turned if you get one to hit that. But back to the sinkhole, like I said, where we caught most of our fish. I've been casting it Texas style, and I've been casting it wacky rigging, okay? Wacky or Nico rigging. Almost everything's been more of the green pumpkins, watermelon seeds, and brown shades. Something dark. It's the dark green pumpkin has actually been the very best day in and day out. Now on the real sunny days, some of these more translucent green pumpkins. This has got some red flake. This is a jaw dropper bait that he makes, that 5-inch stick. I've done good with that. And also, you know, like I said, the straight green pumpkin has been real good, whether I'm wacky rigging it or casting it Texas rig without a weight. You know, the Texas rig has probably been the best. We've caught more fish on it, but we fish it the most, you guys. You know, I either throw it on a spinning reel, depending on my guys. I like to throw it on a bait caster. I got a 7.3 power rod, heavy action, with 15-pound test cigar, and I got just offset hook and that 5-inch stick bait on here, and I'm gonna just cast it up there. And why I like this a lot, you guys, is because it's weedless. There's a lot of vegetation, a lot of floating vegetation, a lot of pieces of dead grass and stuff floating everywhere, and I can just be more efficient with this. If you throw this around that grass, keep covering water, you gotta get out early, you guys. The morning bite up until about 11:30 for me has been the best bite. So you don't want to, you know, sleep in and miss that, because I think we had, like I said, 21 today. I would say we probably had at least 15 of those fish by 11 o'clock today. So that morning bite, and it's typical for this time of year to be is real critical to get out and catch those fish early. Again, just fish this with no weight, you guys. You can throw it on a spinning reel or a bait caster. They both work, and we've been using both ways, but this has been the #1 fish catcher this week for me here on Chickamauga. Also, you know, wacky or Nico rigging it. Again, I put a 1-inch nail weight, works great in this, gives enough weight where it falls real slow, and I can, you know, fish this around outside edge, all the grass and stuff like that. You gotta be a little bit more precise with this, unless you're gonna try to fish one with weed guard. Even with the weed guard, it's still gonna hang up more than the Texas rig is. You know, if you want to skip it, and you know, you can, you know, actually put it on a spinning reel, the Texas rig, and skip it a lot easier underneath some of these cypress trees and biking some of this grass, stuff like that. But I'm telling you, I'm catching fish also, wacky or Nico rigging this around some areas on the outside edge of the grass and stuff, okay, you guys? So you can definitely catch fish with that. I'm using 15-pound test cigar braid. I use a 12-pound test, either a mono or fluorocarbon leader. Now, some of you may not think that using a mono leader is good, but this time of year when these fish are really shallow, I really like that mono leader over a fluorocarbon. And the reason is because that mono floats a little bit more. It just makes my bait fall a little bit slower, keeps it more in that suspended strike zone where it seems like these fish are really liking it. If you throw in there, you have one hit it and you miss it. We've had some fish we throw in there 3 different times and finally he'll eat it. You know, just pay attention, keep looking for fish. There are some fish on the beds and stuff like that. And with a good pair of sunglasses, I always wear Costas. You can spot these fish cruising around or sitting on the bed, and throwing either one of these Cinco or stick bait profiles in on them and catch them, okay? So fish slow is probably the #1 thing. Like I tell my guys, we're gonna fish slow, but we're gonna cover water. You know, I don't usually go over one area more than once throughout the day. I may hit it again the next day, but I'm telling you, every day I've hit new water and caught fish on them that I haven't hit. There's so much of this water out here has got the reeds and stuff on it right now, and those fish are just scattered out different places. Now, something else I'm going to be doing with the water getting up at Summer Pool, there's a lot of areas going to be have enough cover in it where I can start flipping. That's something I've talked to my guys for tomorrow. We're going to do quite a bit of flipping. I haven't really had the guys that really was comfortable flipping. Some people just don't like it. I love it, and I love it when these fish get into the shallow grass and stuff like that. So I'm going to be doing that a lot. I'll be throwing a beaver bait. That's a Strike King raised bug. That's a real good bait down here. I'm going to be flipping the jaw dropper Cinco also. I'll be throwing that on a little bit lighter weight to make it more subtle when it falls down in there. You know, depends on how thick and how far back I'm gonna throw in there. This is a Pro Tungsten 1/4 ounce weight rigged up with the stick bait, and then I'm gonna have a 3/8 ounce on the raised bug, more of the bug stuff. I'm gonna flip this into the heavier covers. I'll probably end up, as much water there is in some of this stuff, I'm probably going to end up going to a 1/2 ounce to make it fall and penetrate through some of that real thick stuff back in there. Again, like I said, I heard some fish blowing up back some of these areas, and I'm gonna go in there and flip them tomorrow. So use heavy line. 25-pound test cigar braid. That's what I got. I got a 7.6 endurance PAL rod here, or 7.7 mag heavy is what this is, and got a loose flipping reel on here. Love this reel. It's really smooth and easy to flip with, and I can spool it up with my cigar, and it doesn't take as much line, so I don't waste as much of it because it's got that shallow spool in it. It's a loose flipping and skipping reel. But guys, you know, it's kind of, it's not easy, it's not simple, but you can catch them. Gotta cover water. This is what I've been doing. This is, you know, if you've been fishing with me and you see this, you know exactly what I've been doing. Like I say, the best thing to do is cover water. Don't fish too fast, but cover water, and you come down here and catch some fish. I really think our best fishing is yet to come, because everybody knows it's not been real easy down here because of all the cold April we had. But looking forward to the future. If you guys looking for doing any guiding, you can contact me at scottpattonfishing.com. I appreciate you guys watching. Leave a comment and let me know how you've been fishing. You guys make sure you subscribe for me. I really appreciate that too. And we will see you on the next one. Good luck on your fishing, guys. Yell at me if you see me on the water. Thanks.